A lot of small business owners struggle with marketing because you have to do it yourself. But on top of that, you struggle to be consistent with it because you're probably only trying to fit marketing into the margins of your life. 15 minutes here, 45 minutes there. And if that's you, you guessed it, this definitely isn't going to help you get consistent with your marketing. Hi, my name is Taylor, and I am a marketing consultant turned startup founder, and I am one of the founders here at NG. And today I want to help you take a big step toward getting more consistent with your marketing by introducing you to a pretty simple concept, and that's a marketing routine. But in addition to helping you understand what a marketing routine is, how it can help you, what it looks like, I'm going to walk you through a few examples so that you can start to put together your own. Let's kick off this conversation by talking about what a marketing routine is. And like any other routine, it's just a set of things that you do on a regular basis, on a regular cadence. And when it comes to marketing, I already talked about how a lot of people are trying to fit it into the margins, right? Like doing it in bits and pieces when they have time, which, let's be real, you never have time for this. So when it comes to creating your marketing routine, there are two things that I want you to really take into consideration. The first thing is, how much time do you have to do your marketing? And the second one is, what day of the week or what days of the week can you do that? Now, when it comes to what day of the week or what days of the week, I really want you to think, what's the day of the week that the world tends to leave me alone the most? Because you need that sort of quiet time that allows you to protect those hours that you're setting aside to do your marketing consistently. Now, after you have created a routine, and we'll get to a few examples in just a moment, I want you to understand how this is really going to help you. Because in the long run, what a marketing routine helps you do is be intentional with what you are doing. Right? If you know that on this day of the week, you're going to sit down and dedicate 2 hours to working on marketing things, then you can actually put yourself into the space, in the headspace, where you are making really good decisions about it. You're not like trying to just get it done because you have a 15-minute window to like try to get an Instagram post out the door. When you have a routine, what you're going to do is you're going to sit down for an hour or two and schedule out a week or two's worth of social media content. So you're thinking about the big picture, your goals, right? You have the time and space to do that. And so that's really one of the biggest reasons that having a marketing routine is super helpful. Now, around here, if you have watched any of my videos or you have seen me talk or we've spoken in real life, you know that I am all about a realistic and simple approach to this. And so what I want to dive into next is showing you what a routine would look like if you have 1 to 2 hours a week to dedicate to your marketing. Maybe you have half of a day, or for the lucky few of you who can tell me, oh yeah, I totally have like an entire day or two to do my marketing. I want you to see examples of what those routines might look like, because you actually might be sitting there thinking that you can accomplish a marketing routine that actually requires 8 hours in the only 1 or 2 hours a week that you actually have. So let's take a look at these sorts of examples so that you can really create a realistic and doable marketing routine for yourself. If you're like most small business owners I talk to, especially if you are doing your own marketing, when I ask you how much time do you have to set aside for your marketing every week, typically you make a face and you say 1 to 2 hours, as if it's something that you should be ashamed about, which you shouldn't, because like I said, this is most small business owners, right? You only have a little bit of time to do your marketing. So if you are in the I have 1 to 2 hours a week to do my marketing camp, then this is what a marketing routine that is realistic and achievable for you looks like, right? It's very clean. You've got one thing that you need to accomplish on the day of the week that you've set up your routine. Here we're looking at a Tuesday routine. And this is something that you can actually do, right? You start in week 1 and you write a blog post. Then in week 2, you're going to sit down and schedule social media content for the next 2 weeks. And then the week after that, you sit down and you schedule out your email newsletters. And then on the 4th week, you come back to social media scheduling to get a few more weeks scheduled and out the door so you don't have to think about it. But when your routine looks like this, it's really constrained to the fact that you're only spending your energy on a couple marketing channels. Because again, you want your strategy, you want your plan, you want your routine to fit into the amount of time that you have to do it. So if you are, like I said, I have 1 to 2 hours a week to do my marketing, this is what your marketing routine probably looks like. Now, let's say you've got more than that 1 to 2 hours and you're averaging more like you've got half of a day a week to work on your marketing. Now, in this example here, you can see that we start things off with a blog, but now we're blogging twice a month instead of once. And then we've added things like scheduling pins on Pinterest to sort of round things out for that increased amount of time that you've got to build a marketing routine around. But even though there's more on this calendar, there's still a cadence to it, right? In the first week, they're blogging and scheduling pins. In the second week, they're still sitting down and scheduling social media content. Then the third week, write another blog post and schedule email newsletters, and then round things out with social media scheduling again. Which brings us to the scenario where maybe you have close to 8 hours a week that you can sit down and work on your marketing. And so if that's the case, then your marketing routine might look like this, where you've split things up into Tuesdays and Thursdays. And again, we're kicking things off with that blog and scheduling pins. And then the next week is scheduling social media content and email marketing. And then back to blog and pins and social media and email marketing. But when you start to have a more robust marketing routine, really what we're talking about is the fact that you're probably doing marketing at more of a scale. And that might be because you have services and digital products, or you run a big e-commerce business, or something that just demands more marketing than, and I'm not saying that this is simple, but you only have one service or, 3 packages of one service that you're trying to market. In that case, you can do marketing in a much more simple and less complicated way and less time consuming way. And that's why for a lot of folks that we talk to here at NG, you're in the camp of I have 1 to 2 hours a week because you are a creative service-based business and your clients take up most of your time. So again, this marketing routine example is really built around the fact that you have almost a full day a week or more to set aside for your marketing. So what should you do now that you've seen examples of what different marketing routines can look like based on the amount of time that you've got to set aside for it? Well, the answer is pretty simple. You should go and create your marketing routine. And NG's marketing calendar makes it super easy for you to get yourself organized in the name of getting way more consistent with your marketing. Now, if you already have an NG account and are a part of this community, thank you. And all you need to do now is log into your account, dive into your calendar, and start cleaning things up. You can message us if you have any sort of questions as you're doing that work. Now, if you're not already a part of the NG community, you can head over to ng.co to start your free 14-day trial, answer our marketing strategy questionnaire, create your routine, and get yourself set on a really manageable way to do your own marketing.